Hey there, got another combat demo for you guys today. Today we're talking about Ki Blasts, so let's get right into it. They're on screen right now. Basically, you're going to press the Q button, which can rebind, pew 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 some Ki Blasts. You shoot 5 of them. You go, I think, right, left, right on the animation. And then for the 6th one, you shoot a finisher Ki attack. It's not necessarily a heavy. The thing I do want to mention is that the Ki combo is going to speed up while you're firing at the enemy, kind of incentivizing you to continue laying into them with Ki Blast. The idea with this whole basic Ki system right here, this little Ki M1 is what I'm considering it. The idea is to allow you to flow between melee and Ki a lot easier. We're going to be getting into the nuances of actual Ki techniques and how that works. We have a lot of interesting ideas to share with you guys. Ki gameplay is problematic, and that's what we're here to address this update. The idea is you can flow between melee and Ki. M1 is the start of that, because being able to just quickly shoot a Ki Blast to stun the enemy when they're doing something, to stop them from charging, whatever it is, this is a very normal mechanic in like every fighting game for Dragon Ball ever. Okay, been playing some Budokai 3 lately. I totally thought I was playing BT3, but I was definitely playing Budokai 3. So I was a little awkward to find out. I felt very stupid, but I've been having fun on that, and that's been giving me some interesting ideas here. So yeah, comment down below any questions you have about this system. I'm going to show parrying them right now on screen. So basically this NPC is just swagging away with his hand, and it goes flying in a direction. It looks kind of cool. Yeah, there's not really too much else to say here. Obviously, these can be blocked, these can be parried, these can be whatever. We're going to be getting into a lot of nuances of Ki in the next upcoming videos. And for anyone interested, I'm going to briefly explain kind of how the rendering works, because I find it very fascinating, so I just feel like sharing. So it's quite simple. It's an entity, of course, and then on the entity, it renders a Ki Blast. Obviously, it's all lined up and all that fun business, but otherwise, it's just a hitbox. The order of rendering is important, right? So it renders the bloom first. The bloom is the little glow effect. This is faux bloom, where it's, I did not need to say faux there. That was unnecessary. I'm so sorry. So basically, it's just a blurred texture to give the effect of bloom, right? And you want this behind the entity because, well, actually, we have some bloom on top of it, but we're going to get there later. It just gives a better glow effect, and you didn't want to blah, 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 right? And then there's a little spike texture, where it's just the little lines, which, again, the reference on screen here. And then we have the flight trail, which definitely literally took longer than the entire rest of the Ki rendering. The trail basically just renders from the Ki attack to, it extrapolates its motion, subtracts its motion from where it's currently at. So basically, the flight trail just renders the opposite direction it's going. And then the trail length is just determined by the speed and some arbitrary calculations to give it a trail. And the trail also comes in as it's spawning, so that's a neat little touch. The whole Ki Blast also fades out right before it disappears, so that it doesn't just snap out of existence. Anyway, the trail rotates. There's a lot going on there. That was the complicated part, to get it rotating properly with both the player and being relative to where it's flying. And basically, the Ki Blast also has bloom on it. So after it renders layer 1, it renders a bloom effect, and then it renders layer 2. And the bloom effect right before that is the same color as layer 2. So the idea there is layer 2 is glowing outwards and kind of blending. So the little white part will blend into the blue part. I'll show before and after this effect here. And I do just want to emphasize that I don't believe this will have a huge impact on performance. Evidently, it's going to be more performance intensive than something like the DBZ Ki Blasts. But a lot of performance optimization just comes down to optimizing code, improving render calls where possible. Frankly, a lot of great, amazing visuals can be achieved with very good performance. If you listen to this little nerd talk about rendering, let me know down below, because I would love to gauge interest in this kind of thing and see if this is something you guys want me to talk about more, because I love talking about this. And if you guys like listening to it, I'll definitely start putting it in these videos. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day.